Hello, I'm Lila, Unique Allen, and this is the weekly rune reading for Life in Runes. So let's get started. I'm settling into a comfortable position. Hopefully you'll have the next 5 to 10 minutes free. Get everything settled in and blow out your breath until you can't blow anymore, and just let the body go. Feel it inhale on its own and exhale in your own time. And when you're ready, inhale through your nose and exhale through the mouth. And as you inhale again through the nose, feel the breath go into the body and expand every bit that it touches. And as you exhale, feel the body just let go. Feel everything contract. One more time. Inhale through the nose, following your breath in and down, and exhale, bringing your focus to this time and this place. And let us see what the runes have for us this week. So, we technically have one rune and a marker rune that I have added to the rune set. When doing full readings, or readings with multiple runes, sometimes this marker is good for showing us where we are or where the client is within the reading in the situation. So things below it are in the past and things above it are in the future. So it, with another rune today, says that this is something that's coming up. So it may not be the situation that you're currently in, or it may not be a situation this week, but it is something that is on the most likely next step or next path for the situation, for you being here, us, we clients, and this event, this situation coming up in the future. And again, since these readings are kind of a weekly focus, it will probably be in the next week or so. Not this one, but the coming up one. And what is coming up? Taiwaz is the rune of sacrifice, in the sense that we often think of our lives as a trade-off. I can have this now, but I have to give this up later, or I can give this up now and have this later. And life is like that. It is both a balance and a thing of you can have one thing at a time, as opposed to being able to eat everything all at once. You eat one thing at a time, so you plan your meal to savor the best parts, the parts you enjoy, or to mix the flavors together. So whether it is a meal or a book or a business plan or whatever that's coming in the future, Taiwaz itself represents that overall view where you look at it dispassionately and say, okay, I can do this now, but I'll have to not do this later. It is, in a way, sacrificing something in the most basic sense that we use the word. I can use these men here, but they will not be available for use later. Use my energy now, but it won't be available for use later. Or I can do without the extra spurt of energy now and just deal with what I have and have that energy for later. So a war plan, a 5-step plan, a 5-year plan, an overall look before you begin the project. That is what Taiwaz generally is. Now you'll notice that it's pointing back toward you, us, the client, which means that a decision that was made previously, possibly even this week, in that regard, with the overall view of I'm going to do this now and not have it later, or take my chances later, or figure out something else later, or I will not do this now and have this later. This coming up is the later. This is the other side of that decision, the other side of that coin. So this could mean that perhaps this week there is a decision that's going to require some sort of balance. And if you're looking at it from the overall view, weigh in on the side of the future. What you're really going to want to have or have done in a week's time. If it is something that has happened in the past and will come in and you have an idea of what it is, this may be a good time to store up for that, or to expect that to come back. If you have a savings plan and you know that this savings was set aside specifically for this time, the time may be coming up to use that savings. If you used what you had at the time in expectation of creating more or doing without in the future, now it is time to create more or be prepared for there to be less than you normally have. So, in the next week, not this one, but the next one, the decisions will come home to roost. So, again, we'll take a deep breath, take a moment. Remember that this is not, big tragic thing. It is simply as choices were made, choices are always made. The results of these choices are sometimes that we have to weigh one against the other. Well, this is the other. So, if you're making a decision this week that is one of those definite, I can have this, but I have to give up that, or I can wait and it will be whatever it is, better, worse, in the future. Weigh in for the future. Let it be the thing you're saving for, or whatever the more happier outcome for you in the future. Let that affect your decision now. Would you rather have gone to the doctor's office already in a week's time, or would you rather wait and go in a week when you have more space and time? Whatever feels more happy for you. Or a decision that has been made in the past will be coming full circle in the next week. Now is a good time to prepare for that. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great week.